Good morning, investors. You are now on KleverStock with me, Anu Jaria, serving you the latest morning bell updates. Kicking it off with the opening bell updates on our local market. The IPM KLCI opened higher today, tracking upbeat sentiment across Asia as traders grew increasingly optimistic over a potential U.S. Federal Reserve rate cut in November and progress in U.S.-China trade talks. At the Monday open, the Malaysian benchmark index rose 6.84 points to 1,620.11, moving above the short-term moving averages. Across the region, markets also rallied, with Japan's Nikkei 225 surging past the 50,000 mark for the first time, ahead of a scheduled meeting between newly appointed Prime Minister Sene Takaichi and U.S. President Donald Trump. On the local front, bank stocks led the gains. Maybank rose 5 cents to 9 ringgit and 95 cents. CIMB climbed 8 cents to 7 ringgit and 45 cents, and Public Bank added 3 cents to 4 ringgit and 25 cents. In its market outlook, TA Securities said that despite the strong opening, technical momentum indicator suggests the local bourse may drift into a range-bound pattern as investors await further clarity from Washington-Beijing trade discussions later this week. He said that in the absence of fresh domestic catalysts, the local bourse is likely to remain in consolidation mode as investors adopt a wait-and-see stance, adding that optimism over a potential Fed rate cut in September could help cushion downside risk and lift sentiment modestly. As for the index outlook, TA Securities pegged immediate support at the 61.8% Fibonacci retracement level of 1,564, with stronger supports at the 50% level of 1,527 and the 38.2% level of 1,490. Immediate resistance remains at 1,644, followed by 1,684 and 1,695 as tougher upside hurdles. Meanwhile, making its ACE market debut, Insight Analytics saw its share price more than double to 69 cents from its initial public offering price of 33 cents. It was also the most actively traded stock, with 84 million shares changing hands. Other actives included TWL, which gained half a cent to 3 cents, and Perak Transit, up 1.5 cents to 35 cents. Overall, analysts say that KLCI's near-term trajectory will likely remain guided by global macro developments, especially U.S. monetary policy decisions and trade negotiations between the world's two largest economies. Moving on to local currency update. The ringgit opened higher against US dollar on Monday amid investors' caution ahead of the Federal Open Market Committee FOMC meeting scheduled on October 28 to 29. At 8 a.m., the ringgit appreciated to 4.2145 or 4.2350 against US dollar from 4.2210 or 4.2255 at Friday's close. Bank Muamalah Malaysia Berhad Chief Economist Dr. Muhammad Nizam Abdul Rashid said September's 3% consumer price index CPI print is below the 3.1% consensus estimate. He told that this suggests that the U.S. Federal Reserve Fed is on track to deliver its second interest rate cut, with possibly more cuts in 2026 as the U.S. Central Bank has shifted its focus to reviving the job market. He said it means that the interest rate differential between the Fed fund rate and overnight policy rate OPR will be narrowing in the near future. On the other hand, Muhammad Nizam said Bank Negara Malaysia BNM is in no hurry to cut the OPR. Therefore, he is of the view that the benchmark interest will be kept steady for the remainder of 2025. He added, from a policy rate perspective, it should be ringgit positive. Therefore, we shall see the dollar ringgit pair to linger around 4 ringgit 21 cents and 4 ringgit and 22 cents today. Meanwhile, Muhammad Nizam also said U.S. President Donald Trump's presence at the ASEAN summit is positive for Malaysia. It indicates that the U.S. is all for global trade and open for active negotiations to arrive at a win-win solution. At the opening, the ringgit traded mostly higher against major currencies. It inched up against the Japanese yen to 2.7553 or 2.7689. Advanced against the British pound to 5.6150 or 5.6423, but was down versus the euro to 4.9023 or 4.9262. The local note was traded mostly higher against ASEAN currencies. It appreciated against Singapore dollar to 3.2472 or 3.2632, strengthened versus the Philippine peso to 7.18 or 7.22, and edged up vis-a-vis the Indonesian rupiah to 253.8 or 255.2. The local note weakened versus the Thai baht to 12.8939 or 12.9630. Continuing with economy updates. Malaysia and the United States have signed a landmark Memorandum of Understanding (MOU) to boost cooperation in developing and securing global supply chains for critical minerals, a move seen as strengthening bilateral economic and strategic ties. The MOU was signed today in Washington, D.C. by Prime Minister Dr. Sri Anwar Ibrahim and U.S. President Donald Trump, with the White House describing it as a significant step toward ensuring long-term resource stability and sustainable investment in the critical minerals sector. According to the statement, the agreement aims to diversify critical mineral supply chains, promote sustainable mining and processing, and encourage cross-border investment between Malaysian and American companies. The White House said the purpose of this MOU is to strengthen cooperation between the participants on critical mineral supply chains development and expansion. Under the pact, both governments will share knowledge, technical expertise, and international best practices to enhance Malaysia's competitiveness in mineral exploration, extraction, refining, manufacturing, and recycling. The collaboration will also open the door for greater U.S. investment in Malaysia's green technology, rare earth elements, and advanced materials industries. In a joint statement, Malaysia agreed not to ban or restrict exports of critical minerals or rare earth elements to the U.S. and will work closely with American firms to develop related industries, while ensuring no restrictions are placed on the sale of rare earth magnets to U.S. companies. The MOU outlines extensive cooperation mechanisms, including workshops, seminars, and knowledge-sharing sessions involving the private sector, universities, and industry stakeholders to facilitate technology transfer and capacity building. Both sides are also committed to streamlining regulations and ensuring fair treatment for investors, with an emphasis on good governance, sustainable project management, and faster project approvals. To protect market integrity, Malaysia and the US will coordinate policies to prevent market manipulation, combat unfair trade practices, and establish high-standard marketplaces supported by pricing frameworks such as price floors to ensure transparency and stability. Officials from both countries will meet quarterly to discuss trade and investment opportunities, review project progress, and explore new areas of cooperation. While the MOU is not legally binding, it provides a strategic framework for collaboration rooted in mutual trust and shared objectives. The statement said the United States and Malaysia believe this cooperation will increase the resilience and sustainability of critical mineral supply chains in both countries. The agreement takes effect immediately, marking the beginning of a new chapter in Malaysia-US economic cooperation, one focused on securing the resources essential to clean energy, advanced manufacturing, and global technological resilience. Moving on to corporate news update. Malaysia's energy transition took another major step today as Tenaga Nasional Berhad TNB signed a Memorandum of Understanding with the State Grid Corporation of China (SGCC), the world's largest public utility company, represented by its subsidiary China Electric Power Equipment and Technology Co. Ltd. In a statement, TNB said that the partnership aims to advance Malaysia's power grid and distribution network, strengthen technology cooperation, and contribute to ASEAN's broader vision for enhanced regional power interconnection. The collaboration will focus on three key areas: power system planning and integration, smart and resilient networks, and digital and artificial intelligence (AI) solutions. By tapping into SGCC and CET's global expertise, TNB seeks to improve the operation and management of Malaysia's national grid with acceleration its energy transition. SGCC serves more than 1.1 billion customers worldwide and operates in over 40 countries through CET, making it a key partner in driving regional energy innovation. The MOU was signed by TNB President and CEO Datuk Megat Jalaluddin Megat Hassan and CET Chairman Yu Jun and witnessed by Deputy Prime Minister Datuk Seri Fadilah Yusof, who also serves as Minister of Energy Transition and Water Transformation. Under the agreement, TNB and SGCC CET will establish a joint working committee to monitor collaboration progress. Key initiatives include capacity building sessions, technical study reports, and conceptual design support for pilot projects. TNB will provide technical data and operational insights, while CET will share advanced technologies, global standards, and project experience from SGCC's extensive portfolio. Datuk Megat Jalaluddin said the partnership allows TNB to harness global best practices in power system planning, smart grids, and digital technologies. He said this MOU enables TNB to integrate renewable energy more effectively and strengthen our role in the ASEAN power grid. It also underscores our commitment to supporting Malaysia's sustainable future through AI and smart grid innovation. CET Chairman Yu Jun added that the collaboration goes beyond technical cooperation, reinforcing China-Malaysia bilateral ties and contributing to ASEAN's energy security and sustainability goals. The strategic partnership marks a milestone in Malaysia's grid modernization journey, one that positions TNB at the forefront of smart, resilient, and AI-driven energy systems across the region. And finally, wrapping up, we have major corporate developments and deals across Malaysia. Gamuda Berhad's property arm, Gamuda Land, has acquired a site at 14 Marshgate Lane in Stratford, London for a purpose-built student accommodation project with an estimated gross development value of 600 million ringgit. Microlink Solutions Berhad has initiated legal proceedings against its former CEO Chia Yong Wei, seeking damages amounting to 38.7 million ringgit over alleged breaches of fiduciary duties and fraud. Lion Fleet Group Berhad has proposed a bonus issue of warrants on the basis of one free warrant for every 10 shares held in the offshore support vessel operator. Proceeds will be used to fund the group's future working capital requirements. Tawin Holdings Berhad has proposed a 190 million ringgit reduction of its issued share capital to clear its substantial accumulated losses of 179.7 million ringgit at the group level and 54 million ringgit at the company level. And last but not least, Berhad posted an over 81% jump in net profit for the third quarter ended September 30th, 2025 to 23.5 million ringgit, driven by stronger contributions from its property development and investment segments, efficient cost management, and a one-off fund recovery following project completion. Now that's a wrap for Morning Bell Updates with me, Anujarya, on KleverStock. Thank you for choosing us, investors. Stay tuned for the next live coming soon.